Good morning, sports fans. It's the coach and AD, Karl DeMasi, Chad Griffin. We're usually live from the Coach's Corner back room, but they got a big festivity going on over there. So the coach and the AD, I'm at home. He's watching his son play a little 7-on-7 in this monsoon. Once again, good morning. Good morning, Chad. How's it going?
It's good, man. I'm sitting in my warm car, parked where I can watch him. If it wasn't raining so bad, I'd just sit up in the stands and do it. But so we're getting ready to watch a little 77 action here at BC's. We'll get some older kids, which will be good experience for them. So, but hey, it's Saturday morning. We talk high school sports, and we have a lot to talk about today, Carl.
We got a lot. We got basketball. We got baseball. We got lacrosse. We got SPAL championships. You name it. We got some Braves talk and Savannah Clovers talk. The lineup is big as usual. We'll open up talking about local sports. Got some highlights from the big guy from the Region 3 1A private semifinal games yesterday. I gotta tell you, Chad, we don't have the Calvary boys due to the fact that the big guy had to go back and do the broadcast. So, but we got the 3 other game highlights, and I'm excited about it. We got Stephen Weeks, the Columnist, coming on talking about Savannah Parochial Athletic League Association championships this week. Big event went all over the city this week. Then we're going to bring on, of course, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week. This young man, I mean, he's had a fabulous season. He was just named the Region 3 1A Private School Player of the Year, Parker All, nominated by his coach. Like I tell you guys all the time, give me a call, give me an email, give me a text message, okay? We want to get on the kids. We want you to nominate them. We don't want to go looking for them. These are your kids. Let's get more news about your kids. That's the whole concept of how the Prep Sports Report started way back in 2000. And then, of course, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report radio show. And, let us know. Okay, so Parker All, about 9:30. And then I love this guy. He's the baseball fanatic. He knows everything about the Braves, the Cubs, trivia off the wazoo. And, of course, he is the voice of the Savannah Clovers, Kyle Lawson. We're going to bring him on about 9:45, 9:50. So, once again, always a great show, always a lot of fun, all local, all the time, from the center of the sports universe. That's Coach's Corner. We're also part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Remember, there are 4 shows. The Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Okay, Rubbin' and Grubbin' NASCAR show every Wednesday night, 6 o'clock. Brandon Baines, Dan Foles, Lawrence Bennett. And then we come on Wednesday Night Live. Then, of course, when we're going to have a big, or the 4 major golf tournaments, PGA golf tournaments, we'll have the 19th hole in the Henderson Cabin with Sean Herb and Brandon Herb. That's a lot of fun. And, of course, we got our own podcast, Hot Grids Podcast, with the young guys, Travis Jadon and Spencer Maddox. So we got a lot going on. All right, quickly, we got to get out of here. So it's 9:06. The big guy helped us out during football. He's helping us out during basketball. It's region tournament time. So we got the region semifinals from Savannah Christian yesterday. So let me get my notes, and let's see if I can do as good as the big guy did. All right, we'll start off with the first game of the day at 3:30 at Savannah Christian. The Country Day Lady Hornets took on the Lady Saints of St. Vincent. So here you go. They're right there. Of course, our man Clayton Boykin doing a little captain talk with the coaches. But I'm telling you right now, Country Day, SAV started all off. Opener, right about how about the shot to get the game started. That's a Wiley shot from Amelia Wiley. Unbelievable. So, I mean, there's no hiding what the Saints were going to do. Get the ball there. Best player, and I said that, Emma Cowart, he's all over the place. There's one shot. Here's another one shot down low. Banker off the glass. So, Emma Cowart was keeping the Lady Saints in the game. A nice spin move. Drains it, okay. But you know what? Still more to come from Cowart, but Country Day just too strong. Okay, with a clear height advantage. With the offensive board, and then the eventual bucket from Abigail Nicholson. The Hornets will go to the championship to take on the Lady Cavaliers. So here we go, some more highlights off the board. Picked up by Country Day. Country Day kicks it back. Wiley again for 2. All right. So great job right there by the Hornets, okay? So now let's go to the number 1 seed, okay? The Lady Cavaliers, who are having a great season. Flag football championship, region regular season champion. Let's see what happens in the region tournament tonight when they take on Country Day. But here's the highlights from Country Day against Savannah Christian. Jackie Hamilton, a legend, a legend. And if you don't talk to Jackie Hamilton, you got to talk to him. He's fun. But downtown, primo time. Back-to-back threes, 1,000-point score. Hannah Kale swings it over to her. Count the bucket. 3. So great job but Savannah Christian gets their 3 right back. That's, let me get her name. Carly Adams hits it. Okay, another one right there. Goes off the ball. But Calvary's going to build on their advantage now. Megan Halford right there. Baseline jumper, gets it in short corner. But the Raiders are rolling right now from time to time. But don't count out this Ziegler girl. She buries it from the corner. Calvary forces turnovers. They're headed back to the finals. Okay, here comes Primo. She ain't going to miss this one. All right? So she would finish with 23 points. But Hannah Keel would do one better. Drains the 3. She scored 24 points. What a great job by the Lady Cavaliers right there. So you got to give them kudos, okay? Nice pick up. It's Primo again. Primo down the side. She's looking. She's going to go. Fakes one way, goes the other. Comes back with the left hand. You got to love it. Vicky V, you watching that? Here she comes again. I mean, it's all highlights. Now she goes with her right hand. Chad, I don't know. I'm getting excited right here. I got to slow down. Okay, but once again, Lady Cavaliers, good job right there. They'll go to the championships tonight. So what did they do during the season, the Country Day girls and the Cavalier girls?
Calvary won both. They were both tight early. Country Day has a distinct height advantage on the boards, and they use their height extremely well. You know, from that standpoint, they get the ball inside, and when they do, and we try to double down, they do a good job kicking it back out. But listen, right now, Calvary lives and dies by the 3. They go try a little 1-3-1 press, try to get you out of your rhythm, get turnovers. We just don't have height, and so we got a lot of guards, a lot of kids that can shoot, and that's kind of the way they get after it. And so, I expect Country Day to slow it down.
You're giving away too much here, buddy. You're giving away too much.
It's the third time they play each other. If they don't know each other by now, there's problems.
All right, and it was a heartbreaker. Before I go to the Savannah Christian Aquinas highlights, Calvary Day School, Country Day, boys, 3 straight games, 3 times. Calvary took the first 2. It's tough to beat a team 3 times. Calvary got behind big time in the first half, I heard. We won't talk about anything else in that game. I don't want to get in trouble here. But anyway, they come back. They make it close. They lose 58-50. So what did Chad Carver have to say about the game?
A little frustrated. It came out, I wouldn't say it came out flat. I mean, Country Day came out with a good game plan, and we just had a hard time putting points on the board early on. And the second half was a much different half. Got going offensively. Yeah, we get the ball down low. Dion, was just a kind of first 2 games, kind of dominant and had a great second half. Just we started too slow in the first half to really make a charge out. And we got it, I think, 54-50 and ended up losing 58-54.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker. So you'll play the 3-4 game today. And why not? Let's talk a little about Savannah Christian, who's going to take on Aquinas. We'll take on Country Day today, but they took on Aquinas last night. Chad, you got to love the big guy. He always finds something that gets you going. And what could be cuter than on Valentine's Day than this?
Look at that.
Once again, there he is, the wild man, Robert, the wild man Walsh, coaching that Savannah Christian team up. Hey, he's like me when I was young, feisty, but there we go. Aquinas making it close, and the bucket, okay? They're not going to go away. They're going to stay close. Justin Lloyd drives, gets fouled. Then he comes back and gets it again. He gets fouled again. But you know what? Savannah Christian, not the top seed for nothing, okay? There it is. Kicked out to who? Cooper George for 3. Why not come back?
Cola.
Why not Charles Moore for 3? Okay? And then Patrick Parkerall gets the ball down low in the next highlight. He's an unselfish player. Dishes out to Moore. 2 more points. And you know what? The Raiders are rolling. And there he is. He's up and he's still in their face. You got to love it. He's a man after my own heart, a young Karl DeMasi. She's a big part of that too. But feisty guy, coach of the year. Hey, the Raiders are on the roll, but Country Day, very good basketball team today, right?
Yeah, it'll be an interesting matchup from there. I mean, 2 very well coached teams. Country Day tries to make it a little bit erratic. They'll press you the whole game. Try to turn it into a track meet, which they got the athletes to do, but so does Savannah Christian. And So it'll be a great matchup over there on Chatham Parkway today, the nightcap and the boys championship game.
All right, we got so much other news. We're hopefully getting the columnist to sign in here. He's got another two minutes. Got a big shout out to the wrestlers. Richmond Hill once again finishes third in the state. They have another state wrestling champion in the. Let me get it right here. In the 6A 170-pound weight class, Tate Evans wins a state title, brings home a gold wrestling medal for the Wildcats. They finished third in 6A. Benedictine finished 11. First of all, kudos out to Cole Dragon. He placed second. He got the silver. And Anthony Taylor in the 160-pound got the bronze. So gold medal to Evans, silver medal to Colin Dragon in the 106-pound weight class, and bronze medal to Anthony Taylor. The Wildcats finished third in state. Benedictine finished 11th. Zach Harris finished in third place, got himself a bronze medal. Gabe Taverdi, that's the wrestling coach, he finished in fifth place. Keenan Argentinas finished in fifth place. Calvary, first-time wrestling, sent 4 young men up there. 2 come back in the top 8 of the state. They're considered all-state. Braden Adams finished third, junior, in the 116-pound weight class, and John Offer finished 7th in a 195-pound weight class. Big shout-out to these 2 young men. If you don't know about this guy, Joe Fusel out of Richmond Hill, 6'5", 325-pound tackle, 4.1 grade point average, committed to play at Georgia Tech the other day. And Keenan Reedy, going to a prep school, Savannah Country Day, going to go join his friend Andre Miller up at the Army with Coach Munkin. So that's the high school wrap-up I can give you right now. Congratulations to 2 congratulations, well, really 3. 1, Calvary Day School played their first lacrosse game. They beat South Effingham 14-0. 2, Islands High School girls defeated Jenkins 40-35. First basketball regular season region championship for any Shark team in the school history. I know because I started out coaching the Lady Sharks. Okay, and then a big shout out to Havisham School, the Patriots. Another big game. They take the Gaps. Okay, let me get this right. The Georgia Athletic, Parochial, and Private Schools Leagues Region 2 AA Championship. So they'll move on to the state playoffs. And, I don't know what else to tell you, Chad. I'm so excited here. We're going to talk SPAL because we had a bunch of teams win SPAL trophies with the man himself, the columnist, Stephen Elmo Weeks. We got a lot more news. We'll give you that at the end of the show. Anything you got there before we go to break, big guy?
Looking to come back and talk about SPAL athletics right there. And we had a lot of Irish, a lot of Blessed Sacrament girls the other day, Wednesday night on our show. That was a lot of fun. So we'll be back in 3 minutes talking more local sports.
You got it. It's the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Got to thank our sponsors. We'll be back with 3 minutes with the columnist. He's in the waiting room, Stephen Elmo Weeks.
It's all sports, all the time. That's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299. some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone, capiche? If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, the coach and AD, and the columnist right now. But Chad, you know and I know it. You got to start somewhere. You got to have a minor league. You got to have a youth program that's going to support other schools, support their feeder schools. And I'll tell you right now, the Savannah Parochial Athletic League has been around a long time, and it's a big deal here in Savannah, Georgia. And last week, I mean, we got a gazillion TVs in Coach's Corner. We got a gazillion games going on last week with the Savannah Parochial Athletic League. So, I mean, you deal with it. I don't have to deal with Islands because we're just a high school. But Calvary, you got teams in there. What does it mean to these middle school kids?
It's awesome. You look around the state in Atlanta, you talk to different ADs up there, and they play in. They really don't have their own league. They kind of play a mix of public and private leagues up there, or they play in a rec league. So I think we really got something special down here in Savannah with the Savannah Parochial Athletic League. A lot of credit goes out to Michael Doan. He's kind of the commissioner of it. I would say I think he's a BC grad. His kids are at St. James, but listen, the scheduling is got to be a nightmare, and he does an unbelievable job. You got all these schools, us, Christian, Country Day, every Catholic parochial school there is, Hancock, and then we all turn in dates. We can't play gym space, field space, all this stuff, and I mean, he creates a schedule for us and does an amazing job, especially during the COVID era. I mean, I told him the other day, I said, listen, man, I said, whatever we're paying you, it's not enough, especially with how you're having to handle all the cancellations with COVID. But he's done a tremendous job. It allows all these young student athletes at all these schools to be able to participate and wear that uniform and start, really taking pride in playing for their school. And I never forget when my son got into 5th grade, he's like, Dad, I get to start wearing the Calvary uniform. I get to start wearing the purple. And the same thing for the kids at Blessed Sacrament and Hancock and St. James and all these other schools. It's so important for them to grow up at that school, and when you can start playing sports for it, it really means a lot. And so we get to talk to Mr. Weeks here and talk about what it means to them as well.
All right, and joining us now on the Coach's Corner hot seat. This man's always on the hot seat with all the stuff he's involved in. He's one of the coaches of that 6th grade Blessed Sacrament SPAL championship team. No other one. Favorite guy of mine. Good friend of the show. Also big help with the prep sports report. The man himself, the columnist as I coined him, Stephen Elmo Weeks. And he's got his Georgia hat on. The dogs are making you a little happy now?
Yeah. I had to represent the red and black, but thanks for having me on, man. It was quite a week last week, and it's everything Chad said I totally agree with. I mean, just to be able to have a season this year in particular gave the kids a sense of normalcy, a routine. They got to spend time with their friends and their peers. They got to, have a typical athletic experience. And like Chad said, a shout out to all the athletic directors from all the schools for putting rules in place that allowed the kids to play and play safely. We played, I think 16 basketball games and only had one postpone or one cancellation. So it was pretty special to be able to do that.
And, you've been doing this the whole year with me and with Chad. And I mean, when we talked about COVID way back when, I never thought we would get through a whole season. We got through a whole season of football, volleyball, cross country. Now we got through a whole season of basketball. We're going to get into the spring sports. And, it's like you said, both of you said it. It's not, I agree with both of you. Kudos to, of course, the administration of all the schools, the coaches, the players, and, of course, the fans for abiding by this law. All right. Yeah. You got that gold trophy now. Let's hear about it.
Well, to be so full disclosure, I was one of the coaches of the sixth grade Blessed Sacrament basketball team, and we did very well. We had a really good season, really good tournament. We were able to beat an extraordinarily talented Savannah Christian team at Savannah Christian, and then last Wednesday, we were able to get past a really well-coached team from Hancock at the St. James Gym. And that game, quite honestly, that's the best game we've played all season. The kids they peaked at the right time. They worked extremely hard, because we couldn't get a lot of gym time. We actually practiced at a couple different places. The head coach of our team was Michael Kleinpeter, and he had a relationship with Ferguson Avenue Baptist Church. So we practiced there, and we actually practiced on game days. We didn't always practice for a long time. We practiced for an hour here, an hour there. We practiced for an hour on game days, and the commitment level from the kids and the parents and everybody to be able to do what we did for 3.5 months is honestly, it was pretty special. And we're very fortunate at Blessed Sacrament in the sixth grade. We have some really talented young players, and not only are they talented, they have great work ethic, and it showed up last Wednesday. We played easily our best game of the season, and it was cool holding seeing the kids hold the trophy and taking pictures and that. I'll share a really cool moment for me. We had just finished the basketball game. We had taken the picture down at the end of the court and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of parents were milling around taking photos. And I looked down, and two of our players, my son, Jack, and one of our players, Josh Sergi, were down at the other end of the court shooting baskets with A.J. Rahal, who was on the sixth grade, outstanding player on St. James's sixth grade team. And so we had to call them back over to take more photos, with the trophy and stuff. But they just wanted to play more ball, guys. That's what it's all about. They just wanted to play ball, and that was a cool moment at the end of the season. They just played, that we had practiced and played a game that night. They just wanted to keep playing. So that was really cool.
Up to you, Mr. AD.
Yeah, Steve, you talk about that. The experience for the young student athletes to get back to normalcy, and you're seeing that at kind of all levels through the middle school and high school, and they've been distant for so long, and sports is kind of that universal language that brings people together. Talk about just the essence. You write about sports all the time. Just talk about the essence of sports and what it means in youth development, and you're seeing it also in your son as well. Just talk about the essence of sports and what it means to these kids at this point. All the stuff that's going on in the world, what they can really get back to is some natural basic things in life.
Yeah, that's a great point, Chad. I think what I saw firsthand was the mood of the kids, the attitude of the kids, was elevated throughout the season. And I think too, we saw that throughout the city as we went and played games. There was just a sense of excitement, and every time we got to play a game, every time that we were together for practice, our guys, I could really tell how invested they were in just being there. They were so excited to be in the gym, just shooting baskets, talking, and. The one thing of course, they all have the phones now, guys. And so there was so much back and forth this season in particular between players. Jack and Michael's son, Ben Klein-Peter, were talking to Savannah Christian players, and they were talking to St. James players, and saying that was really cool, and I don't know. And it wasn't so much, competitive talk. It was just, hey guys, we're going to play tomorrow night. It's so cool. We're going to be. So I think like giving the boys and the girls a chance to look forward to something that was normal and natural and exciting and dynamic. That was really important. I mean, it changed in our household. It certainly changed the mood. And I know in other people's houses, you're sitting here every day thinking, okay, am I going to be able to go to work? Am I still working remotely? Am I having these problems? Am I doing all this? But having a basketball game Tuesday and Thursday night or Monday and Thursday night, it meant a lot. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. It meant a lot to me as a 48-year-old man just to be able to look forward to practice on Tuesday and Thursday and games. And spending time with these kids, and I know all the coaches feel like this. I know David DeWitt at Hancock and Bobby Cutchy at Calvary, who coached their 6th grade team, and certainly Michael Klein-Peter and Tony Urich and Adam Kirk, who coached our 6th grade team, and all the people. Just having that time with the kids, not just to talk about basketball and coach basketball, but just to see them together. I'll tell you, it'll live in my mind as one of the most special memories that I'll ever have. It was just not a typical season in any way, but it did bring some joy, to the kids. And I'll tell you, all the games I saw, and I didn't get to see as many games as I would have liked. Man, the kids were just playing so hard. I mean, all of the effort that they were putting in was incredible. And I mean, that's probably the same way every SPAL season, but maybe I just took more notice of it because of the circumstances. But in terms of development, Chad, I think this is one of the ways that we began to reclaim a normal part of our lives, and again, we wore masks and we didn't have as many people in the gym, and we had to clear out the gym and we cleaned off the basketballs, did all that stuff. But at the end of the day, we were playing basketball and we were smiling and we were yelling and we were, hearing the whistle blow and hearing the squeak, the shoes squeak on the floor. And it was really, it was really pretty amazing to be able to do it.
I mean, once of all, if you just tuned in or you're listening, it's the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. We're talking Savannah Parochial Athletic League championships with Stephen Elmo Weeks, the columnist, as I like to call him. Loves high school sports, love youth sports. I mean, you name it, he's involved with it just as much as I am. Blessed Sacrament 6th grade team. So I'm going to give out a roll call before we go on to the next question, Stephen. All right, Savannah Parochial Athletic League, and then you guys can help me explain these leagues. We got the Boys D League. Hancock Day School goes to the boys. Girls D League, Hancock Day. Okay. 5th grade girls, Savannah Country Day. 5th grade boys, Blessed Sacrament. Legendary David DeWitt, the head coach. 6th grade girls league goes to Hancock. 6th grade boys league goes to Blessed Sacrament. Right here, one of the coaches on our team, Stephen Elmo Weeks. The girls Gold League, I guess, which is the big league, Hancock Day. Boys Gold League, Blessed Sacrament. All right. Then we got the Silver League. I should have did them first. Sorry. Savannah Country Day took the girls, and Hancock boys took the championship in the boys division. Guys, there's like 80,000 different divisions here. What does it mean? What's a boys D League?
Well, and Chad knows a lot about this too. But one of the things that they did a couple years ago, Chad, what was that, 2 years ago, I think, is they formed a developmental league in addition to what, more of a competitive league. So the gold, the silver, the D League and all that stuff, it's just sort of, levels so that more kids had a chance to play. And I personally, I think it was a great decision. It gave kids a chance to play against other kids on their level as opposed to, maybe playing against kids who are a little bit more developed, more ready. So I think the developmental league was a great idea when they did it. And then I think this silver and the the Gold League was obviously the highest league, and I know that Blessed Sacrament's boys were able to win that league. That was a really talented basketball league. With Calvary had a heck of a team. Savannah Country Day really had a good team. A lot of talent. But guys, in general, there's just a tremendous amount of talent in the SPAL league right now. I think there's been a lot more commitment to coaching and development, and it's really good. I mean, we saw some really, really good players in 6th grade who are going to be outstanding players. Jalen Hicks at Savannah Christian is going to be an absolute monster. I mean, he's a huge kid with amazing athletic ability. AJ Rahal at St. James is going to be a star for a while to come. In this league, and also probably going on to play in high school. My son Jack's a pretty good little player. Ben Kleinpeter on our team is a really good player. The 6th grade was absolutely stacked with good talented kids. And 7th and 8th grade, same way. There's a lot of really good players. On Calvary's got 3 or 4 just outstanding basketball players in 7th and 8th grade. Guys that are going to be good for a long time. So, I mean, I think it's a really deep and talented field of teams right now. And then also at the developmental league, I think that was an important thing to do, to give players who are still learning the game and still maybe catching up a little bit, fundamentally and athletically, a chance to be competitive and learn how to play when the lights are on, so to speak. So I thought that was, I think those are incredible. Now, like Chad said, it makes for a scheduling nightmare. You got a bunch of leagues and a bunch of teams and all that kind of stuff. I think Country Day might have had, 4, 5, 6 teams. Every time we turned around, Country Day had a game with somebody. But I think Hancock had several teams and things. And that's great, because what that means is participation was up. And so if you got participation up and, people like David DeWitt, who not only is a tremendous coach, but also just an incredible example of a good man, helping with those kids, it's just more exposure to the fundamentals of basketball, but also to good life lessons. So I think the way that the entire SPAL league has been organized is fantastic. I mean, it gives everybody a chance to compete on their level while being exposed to, a chance to get better. So, the kids have played in the D League this year. If they got better, they try out for their team next year at their school, and, maybe they become a player in the Gold League or the Silver League or something like that. So I know like St. Peter's doesn't have a huge school. There's a young man that my son's friends with who's in 7th grade. All the other kids on their team were in 8th grade. Well, they advanced all the way into the Silver championship game. And that, incredible. I mean, truly incredible accomplishment for St. Peter's to be able to get that far, given the smaller numbers that they had participating. So, and I know Hancock, I think Carl won 4 or 5 divisions, and
5 out of 6 divisions they took.
5 wins for Hancock Day School. I know David DeWitt coached one of those teams. I think Robert McCorkle coached a girls team that won a championship. And Hancock Day School, like all the other schools, has a tremendous commitment to doing it the right way and coaching the right way, as well as, playing the right way. So, I just think that the way that SPAL was reorganized a couple of years ago, and then it was implemented this year. I love the way it works now. It gives everybody a chance to play, and it takes some of the pressure off the kids who maybe aren't quite ready to face that, while also giving them a chance to develop. So it's pretty, it's a pretty like Chad was saying, it's a pretty awesome organization.
Well, appreciate you taking the time. Appreciate you coaching these young kids up. And Dave DeWitt coached 2 teams, from what I understand. So also, he's a former Bulldog basketball player for the legendary U Durham. So great job. Once again, appreciate it. And thanks for all you do with the Prep Sports Report, too, getting that news and that stuff out there for these kids also. Yeah, we've had a lot. That's been fantastic to be able to celebrate the successes locally of kids in different sports and things. And, the more I've learned
as I have so much more respect for guys like you, Carl, and Chad, as I've gotten into it, the time commitment and the energy and resources commitment, man, it's a lot. I was an assistant coach for sixth grade basketball, man. It was a lot, it was a huge time commitment, huge energy commitment, and it's worth it. I loved it, but I don't know how y'all have done it for as long as you have. So, big appreciation for everything that y'all have done and all the lives you've touched. I mean, think about all the young men and women who've celebrated things they'll never forget because of what y'all have committed to, being dedicated to them. So all the coaches out there in the SPAL League, David and Michael Kleinpeter and, all the Savannah Country Day coaches, Bobby Cutchy over at Calvary, Chad, man, I have a tremendous amount of respect and admiration for everybody who did it because it was a heck of a season and just so much positive came out of being able to play basketball this season for all these kids, and appreciate everything everybody did to make it happen.
All right, buddy. Appreciate it. Go Dogs. I'll talk to you during the week. And once again, congratulations.
Dogs about to take a beating from Alabama today.
I know. I don't want to get your blood pressure going.
I'm not talking about that.
I'm going to be looking for your pick in a couple of minutes. So.
Yep. All right, man. Y'all have a great day. Thanks, Chad.
Thanks, David.
And Chad, you're an athletic director that has to deal with middle schools. People like Stephen Weeks, full-time job, 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids. He only had 4 kids. But just making the ends meet and getting there with the kids. And, of course, you got to have a great support team, or you got to have the leader of the team, the wife. And, it becomes a team. And you know it. I know it. Stephen knows it. All the coaches know it. Sports relieves us from what's going on in the world. It's, going, like he said, going to the games, having a chance to get out of the house, practice with those kids. I mean, it's just, sports relieves stress, and it takes us away from the everyday life stress that we got to deal with, the negativity, COVID-19. I'm not going to get into anything else because I want to be politically correct. So, but yeah, it's all about sports, and the SPAL League does a great job. They've been in Savannah for a long time. Once again, kudos to all the teams that won a SPAL division, but most of all, a big congratulations to the parents, the players, the fans, and the school administration for letting this happen. God bless, and thank you for what you do, because that's what it's all about, giving these kids another avenue to relieve some of that stress that's going on in this uncommon, got that right there, Chad Griffin, this uncommon year.
Yeah, without a doubt, and it is. It's a big. I think I'll tell you one thing that I really took from what Steven said is we talk about this all the time. All these kids grow up together. They might go to different schools, but they might play travel ball together, or play AAU, or travel baseball or lacrosse. Pick the sport. They all kind of know each other, so interwoven in this town, because Savannah's big enough, but not too big, to where those relationships are so tight from that standpoint, and they do. There's just a great camaraderie among the kids and parents, because they all know each other and they play with each other. So it's just a great opportunity to get to play sports, man. It's awesome, especially at that level.
And once again, to all the youth coaches out there, to all the YMC coaches, the other leagues, the middle school coaches, appreciate what you do, because you make the guys at the high school level jobs a lot easier. All right, we got this young man waiting. I know Coach Walsh is going to give me a technical foul because he's supposed to be out there shooting around, but this young man had a phenomenal season, had a phenomenal week last week. Last night, drained 17 points again. This week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week from Savannah Christian, senior basketball player Parker All. It's the Coach and AD right from where, Chad Griffin?
Savannah Sports Universe, Coach's Corner.
And we'll be back in 3 minutes with Parker All. Go Raiders.
It's all sports, all the time. That's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School, we consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299. Some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Kabish? If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And good morning, Savannah. It's the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. And it's Karl DeMasi, Chad Griffin, and it's usually in the cozy confines during the winter at Coach's Corner, but they got a big Republican club meeting going over there with Buddy Carter. So I stepped back. I'm staying home. I'm not going to sit out in the Sound Garden where it's 46 degrees and raining outside. And, of course, Chad Griffin watching the sun. Hayes doing a little 7-on-7, but he's sitting in a nice warm car. And we're at probably the favorite part of our show, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. Now, if you just watched the show, we had Stephen Elmo Weeks on talking about the Savannah Parochial Athletic League and how these kids talk to each other and root for each other. And that's what it's all about, Chad. I'm from Islands. I'm the AD. I'm the coach. You're from Calvary, soccer coach, AD. But you know what? Throw that out the window because it's about our kids, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a great article that came out, a couple of weeks ago about one of our players, Riley Bragg and Parker. Their relationship and friendship growing up and up the court. And like I said, that's what makes athletics so special and so different than a lot of other things that maybe people that are not in the athletic world don't understand and can't really find that camaraderie that athletics is. You grow up with friends. You might go to separate schools, but, man, the relationships you have and you build will last you a lifetime. And that is the one thing about athletics I think is so different than many other things. And so we get to bring a young man on here, Parker Hall, who's I'm going to introduce him a little bit. He's a Region 3A private Boys Player of the Year. He's had a tremendous career, for one, and he's having a tremendous senior campaign, and they're rolling right now. The Red Raiders are as hot as anybody in the state. They're playing super well, and one thing that's fun to watch about them is you can just tell they genuinely enjoy playing the game of basketball, and they really enjoy playing one there. They have a chemistry, and that is so important in basketball. You can have, or as a coach, you can have all the talent you want, But if you don't have chemistry on the court, it really doesn't matter. You're going to win a game or two here, because of your talent. But to really make a deep run, you got to have that chemistry, and that's what Savannah Christian has right now. So, no further ado, you got the control there, Carl. Let's bring the young man on.
All right. Well, just to let you know, his coach nominated him. So if you're a coach out there and you got a kid that's special, you want him on this show, just give me a call. It's my phone. I don't have a business phone. It's my phone. It's on 24/7. 912-507-9158. Go to the Karl DeMasi Facebook page. The phone number's there, and nominate your kid. Well, last week against Aquinas, whatever you want to call it. I'm Italian. I mess up these names all the time. Okay. But anyway, he had 20 points. He had 10 rebounds. He had 4 block shots. He was 6 of 9 for shooting. And, it was just an unbelievable night for this young man. And then he comes back last night, puts in another 17 points against Aquinas. They'll play Country Day for the region championship tonight, number 1 seed for the state playoffs. This week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, after the week, senior Raider Parker All. Parker, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Come on, you can talk a little louder. Come on.
Thanks for having me.
I'm only giving you a hard time. We did this last year. You were the athlete of the week. You had another phenomenal week, and you got nominated this year. Region Player of the Year. Your team's on fire. You're doing a great job. And, you got a lot of height in that family. How tall are you?
I'm 6'6".
6'6", and he's out front playing the point guard. So when did they say, Parker, you're going to be out front playing the point guard, or when did you start playing with that round ball?
Well, they told me I was going to be point guard last year when no one really wanted to bring the ball up, so I was like, I'll do it, and that's how it started.
And when did you start playing basketball? What age?
5.
5 years old. Well, you weren't 6'6" back then, but you're probably taller than the other kids, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead, Chad.
Parker, one thing we talk about all the time here is, just the growth as a basketball player. Tell us about, basketball players, man, you guys spend a lot of time in the gym to be really good. I think at any sport, you guys spend a ton of time. So talk about, your routine over the years and how you developed into the player you are. Listen, height's one thing, but be able to be 6'6", be a guard, handle the ball, shoot the ball, be a leader on the team. Talk about your progression as a basketball player over the years, especially since your high school career, and what the time commitment has taken and what your routine has been to develop to a level you're at.
You just have to be in the gym playing work almost every day over the summer. You just can't take no breaks. That's how I got my ball handling so good. I just had to work on it every single day until it got better so I could be the point guard of my team.
Well, you're talking, nonchalant. I had to work. But 10 blocks, 10 rebounds, whatever happened, block shots, ball handling. So you got all these skills. So if we had to talk to your feisty young coach, Coach Walsh, okay, what would he tell us is your Parker All's best basketball skill? And which one means the most to you?
I think my best skill is just knowing where everyone is on the court and finding the open man. And I think that's just special because not everyone has that.
I know. We played a highlight from last night that the big guy, Frank Selkowski, sent to me. You got the ball down low instead of going hard to the basket. Nice bounce pass over to Moore. How did that feel when he scored that basket after your pass?
It felt great. I just love getting my teammates involved and having them score. I think I get more excited for them than I do when I score.
Especially when Cooper George drains 7 3-pointers in a game with 7 assists for you.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Parker, in talking about that, you guys have let's talk about your teammates some as well. Talk about the chemistry you guys have and talk a little bit about your senior class and what that's meant to you or what that means to you there at Savannah Christian and how you guys have really developed this chemistry.
we just, I don't know, we just click. We just know how all of us play in the senior class. You know, we're all leaders, and we had to step up this year and just show the young ones how it goes.
Show the young ones how it goes. You're watching the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, usually live from the cozy confines of Coach's Corner on the Coach Sports Network. But Chad's watching his son playing a little 7-on-7. I didn't want to sit out in the sound garden because they had a big event inside. That's right. Remember, Monday through Fridays, you can get breakfast at Coach's Corner. But anyway, so, I mean, you know, you've excelled. Like you said, you got to play, you got to play, you got to play. You got to go do something during the summer. Well, you got to have a great support team. Tell us about your family, your mom and dad and your brother, what it's meant to your success so far in your basketball career.
You know, my dad, he's traveled all over the country with me, going to camps and AAU tournaments. My mom, she's always there. My mom and my brother, they're always there to support me. Even if I have a bad game, they just lift me up, just telling me I'll get it next time.
Traveling all over the place with you.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yes, sir.
The dedication and time that the parents put in to help their kids to develop, and you can see that. Parker, talk a little bit. You know, my thing to talk about is the recruiting process. What's that been like for you during COVID? It's been hard for, I think, all of this 2021 class. You start with the 2020 class, not getting to finish the spring. And here you guys are. You've made it through basketball season, which is an unbelievable blessing. But talk about what recruiting has been like for you. And, hey, where's that process in for you? What schools are interested in you? And, hey, maybe what you're leaning towards.
It's been a little slow because, like, the dead periods have been extended for, like, D2 basketball, and they can't come to your game, so it's a little different. But Covenant College and LaGrange, they're really interested in me. And Coach Walsh said that. Flagler and Augusta, they're also into me. But, you know, LaGrange and Covenant are looking really good to me.
Now, you know, you've put in a lot of hard work. You've worked your butt off. Mom and dad, your brother, a lot of road trips, a lot to make you better, and a lot of things to make you better, a lot of adventures to make you better. So what would you say to a younger athlete, whether it's at Savannah Christian, whether it's at Calvary, a younger athlete here in Savannah, Georgia, what would they need to do to get to your level and have that aspirations to go on to the next level? What advice would you give them to make them a better ball player?
You just gotta put in the work and believe you can do anything. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do what you want to do.
All right, now the next thing is, he reminds me of young Coach DeMasi, Coach Walsh. You've had him for 2 years now, and I'm telling you, he really does. He's probably got as many technicals as I did at that young age. Tell us what Coach Walsh brings to that team.
We didn't have the energy we had now before he came. He brings so much energy, and it just hypes us up, and I think that's why we play so good, to be honest.
It seems like he's in the game half the time too, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Chad?
Well, yeah, it's got to be fun playing for a guy who's, I mean, you watch Coach Walsh. It doesn't matter if he's on the sideline for football, on the sideline for basketball. We talk about that all the time, passion, enthusiasm, you know, the love for the game, and obviously that's had a direct impact. You listen to Parker just talk about that, is his energy every day. I'm sure it's like that. It's practice it well, and you know, hey, listen, we watch highlights. He's gonna get on you all the time, but that's what great coaches do, is they hold you accountable to the nth degree all the time to make sure that you're getting the most out of it. And it sounds like Coach Walsh does that consistently. So Parker, just last thing, talk about what it's been like your time at Savannah Christian and what's that meant to you to be a Red Raider, to wear that uniform and represent your school.
You know, it's great. You know, all the fans give you so much support. The coaches and your teammates, just all the support you get, even if you mess up, they're just going to tell you, keep on going. And it's just good knowing you have that support right there.
All right. And the last one from the old ball coach. Mom and dad are watching, okay? Basketball's over, okay? What's your dream job and why?
You know, I'd probably just take over my dad's business. That would be pretty great. Just, you know, runs in the family.
You want to play with that electric current stuff? You want to play with
I
electricity?
guess so. I'm going to have to learn more about it. Yeah.
Well, when you hit college, make sure you get a business degree so you can take over the books also, not just playing with those hot wires.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck tonight. Keep it going strong, and I hope you guys make a deep run in the playoffs, as Coach Griffin will tell you too. We got you back. You've had a great career. Hopefully that college comes through for you, and when you're ready to announce who you're going with, don't forget the old ball coach and the AD, because it'd be nice to have you to come on here and tell everybody where you're going.
Yes, sir, I will.
Awesome. Hey, well, good luck tonight, Parker. Go get them, and best luck to you guys in the Raiders tonight.
Thank you.
And tell Patrick he's got to go back to brown hair. That blonde hair, I don't know about that.
All right, I'll tell him that for you.
Good luck, buddy.
All right, thanks.
I mean, to have a 6'6" point guard is a dream for me. And you know what?
For anybody. Like, for anybody. Who wouldn't want a 6'6" guy can handle the ball and dish it off? And, I thought it was one of the best lines of the interview. Like, listen, he enjoys getting his teammates involved as much as he does scoring. And you can see that. He does. He handles the ball well. He distributes well. He's an assist guy. He's had a couple triple-doubles this year as well from his stat line. And so, man, it's great. And like I said, they're as hot as anybody in the state. They can do it all. They can play down low. They can hit trees from the outside. They handle the ball well. They handle pressure well. They got a lot of guys that can handle the ball. Cooper George handles it. And so they're a fun team to watch, man. It'll be a great game tonight over there as they host the region tournament.
Now, if you missed this is what we're talking about. Last night, Parker Roll had 17 points, but you know what? He got a bigger thrill passing the ball to his teammates. Let me see if I can cue it up. Okay. This should be right here. It should be coming up right here now. Down low, instead of going hard to the basket, open man, give him the ball. Hey, that worked well, Chad. You got to love this little toy.
Man. Look at you. Look at you.
So, but once again, Parker Roll is our Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. Great job. Great kid. Great family. Pat All, Rachel All, they love high school sports. And Patrick, I got a chance to coach while he was at Islands High School, just like his brother. All desire. And I'm going to say this out loud. If these two kids played one-on-one, I'd go with Patrick All. I think he had a better outside shot. But I'm not saying that. I don't want to start family feud. So, but anyway, I got to thank this next guy. He's been sitting patiently, and you know him, Chad. He's probably foaming at the mouth because we're going to talk baseball. And we're talking Savannah.
Baseball.
And we'll talk a little Savannah Clovers because he is the voice of the Savannah Clovers, our semi-pro soccer team here in Savannah, Georgia. Coming up next, the man himself, the baseball fanatic, my old partner in crime when we used to do Who's on First Major League Baseball show, Kyle Lawson. You're watching the Coach and AD right from where, Chad?
Stand Sports Humor, live at Coach's Corner.
And we'll be back in 3 minutes with the baseball fanatic.
It's all sports, all the time. That's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299. want some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Kabish. If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are New York.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And we're only a week away from pitches and catches, PNC reporting to spring training. Okay, and I had to bring on this guy, and you're watching the Coach and AD. Thank you for joining us. I know it's a lousy day outside. It's the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. But this guy's a regular on our show. When I want to go to somebody that knows baseball, and Chad, baseball's been very, very, very good to me, okay, we got to go to the baseball fanatic. So Atlanta Braves will start next week. He also has found a little niche with kicking the soccer ball around. He's like you. He was a goalie. I think he got too many balls in the head. I think he got kicked in the head with too many soccer balls. But anyway, he loves what he does. He's a favorite of our show. Joining us now on the Coach's Corner hot seat, the baseball fanatic, Kyle Lawson. What's up, big guy?
Hey, good morning, guys. Great to see you.
Hey, it's always a pleasure talking baseball with you, buddy. And I mean, it's a lot of fun. But I know. I got to start off with this. It's sad to say that the minor leagues have dropped over 42 affiliates or 42 clubs this year, and they're reorganizing everything. But baseball's been a big part of Americana. There are towns that live off of minor league baseball. It's just sad to say, Mr. Baseball Fanatic, that 42 teams, 42 cities will not have, or 42 towns will not have minor league baseball.
It is really frustrating. And I mean, I grew up going to minor league games. I mean, obviously I enjoyed the heck out of it when we still had it here, here in Savannah. And yeah, I mean, it's, it's crazy to see, oh, very nice mug, by the way. And
I knew you would like that. That's why I had my coffee with it. I got to do this backwards. Chad will tell you, I can have a point over the shoulder which way the sign is when we do it in Coach's Corner. So go ahead.
But yeah, no, like I was saying, I mean, it's frustrating to see, a lot of these, teams throughout the country are just being let go, unfortunately, due to the pandemic. It wasn't tenable for a lot of these teams, to stick around, and it's really sad. But I'm just glad there's going to be some semblance of minor league baseball. Obviously, I mean, without minor league baseball, you don't have the machine that, feeds the major leagues. Right. And so it's going to continue going. But yeah, I hate to see it that we're losing a lot of longtime cities as well. So That's definitely frustrating. But hey, some more positive stuff right now. Pitchers and catchers report, my 4 favorite words in the English language. Get started next week. And some interesting projections right now. I don't know.
Whoa. 4 favorite words? There's only 2 favorite words in your playbook, and that's play ball.
Exactly. Well, my favorite phrase is pitchers and catchers report.
Okay.
So there you go. You got me on that one.
Hey, the chemistry's still there, buddy.
Yeah, it's there. Hey, I'm ready to go.
So go ahead.
Okay, but what I was saying earlier, now there's several different ways you can look at projections for how your season's going to go. There's an algorithm called PECOTA, very commonly used right now. Big article earlier this week. Now, it factors in, several different things. It doesn't like veteran pitchers. So typically, if you're going to have, a lower projection, you're probably, going to have some older pitchers on your staff. But it typically picks the overall 162 game record a little bit lower than it's probably going to be. What blew my mind, it's got the Braves finishing 4th place, which makes no sense whatsoever. It's got Philadelphia, it's got Washington, and it's got the New York Mets finishing 1st with 96 wins. PECOTA has the Braves finishing 82-80. I don't see it. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. This is a good ball club. This is going to be a fun ball club. But yeah, I'm shocked by that.
Well, I knew you would be shocked by that, but you know what? Let's stay under the radar. And I know everybody knows, and I've been a Yankee fan since 1974. I was a Met fan before that, but I really know more about the Braves than I do about those teams now. Let's stay under the radar. I mean, they have us as the 7th best pitching rotation. You're PECOTA people, okay? Stay under the radar, and we'll surprise people again. I mean, yeah, this hurts me a lot. I know it's going to hurt Coach Griffin a lot. He's a Braves boy. We're 5 outs away from making the World Series. So hopefully we can put it together this year. Snitker can get those guys to gel. And you know what? We're not going to be the 4th place team to finish. We'll be number 1.
I really think it's going to come down to, you're going to see some bounce back years from the Washington Nationals. I mean, I don't see Miami going anywhere. But I really think it's going to come down to the Braves and the Mets. I think it's going to be a really fun division in the East. I mean, let's not forget, you have the most underrated MVP of all time, Freddie Freeman. You still got him. Everybody keeps forgetting about that. This is going to be a fun rotation. They pick up Charlie Morton, who started his career with the Braves, finally figured out his mechanics with Pittsburgh, and then with the Rays. I think he's going to be a big part of this rotation. I mean, the 1 through 4 for Atlanta looks solid. You get Soroka coming back. Lord willing, everything's going to be good with that Achilles. And then you have Max Fried, who really anchored the rotation. You got young Ian Anderson, and then you got Charlie Morton potentially being a 4. Not a bad rotation, guys.
No, it's
not. And I mean, sorry, go ahead.
No, I said no, it's not. I agree with you.
Yeah, that's just it. The projections just shock me right now. But hey, this is great. It looks like Snitker is going to have a full range of healthy players. Obviously, last time we talked, they picked up Marcelo Ozuna coming back to play left field, pick him up on a multi-year deal. Excuse me. I also think he would probably benefit from having the DH, but he's not a complete butcher in left field. This is a strong offensive ball club, a really fun rotation. I mean, 4th place, no way. I say it's them duking it out with the Mets, who did add Francisco Lindor and Carlos Carrasco in the offseason. They got some new ownership. I still think it's the Braves division for the taking. They've won it 3 years in a row. Let's see what they can do.
All right, let's go to the real Braves fan who grew up loving the Braves. You're an implanted Chicago. I'm from New York. Let's go, Carolina boy. What's your input on the Braves?
Well, I think they're in one of the deepest divisions in baseball. I mean, you look at the star power that's in the NL East. I mean, no one's talking about Philadelphia. I mean, no one's talking about, what they got coming back. And I mean, I do. I think it's one of the deepest divisions in baseball. I think it's going to be a super tight race. It's kind of, like you said, the Marlins are not going anywhere. So everybody thinks they're going to feed off the Marlins. But, man, the Marlins, they fed off a lot of teams last year, where they thought they could go to Miami. I know they started off slow. They had the whole stuff with COVID. But that's cool. That's one of my questions to Kyle is now this season is going to be twice as long as what we had last year. And so the depth of pitching rotation, that was going to be my question is, who else can we see coming up through the Braves organization that might build? I mean, the rotation got rocked through the year with injuries, Folksy being shut down, sent away, whatever. What's the depth of rotation looks like? Hey, if these 4 guys, it's going to happen. You're going to have other guys come in. And so my question to Kyle was, hey, what does the depth rotation look like down the line, especially in the bullpen? Because that was a big thing for us last year.
Well, there's a couple other starting just with the starting rotation right now. I mean, you still have, of course, top prospect in Kyle Wright, got a little bit of major league time. And also veteran Drew Smyly, who's had his injury issues, but if we can go back and look, he had some really great years with Tampa Bay. He rehabbed actually in the Cubs organization, didn't make it to the show with the Cubs, ended up signing with the Braves. And honestly, I think he could potentially be your number 5. I mean, I really think that's, what you're going to be looking at. At worst, he's kind of a swing man that can be your long man out of the bullpen. But he's a guy that I think in a long season can actually give you some innings and give you some starts.
I mean, yeah, that's been always the thing that we've always talked about, all three of us, is the pitching. So we just got to hope and the bullpen last year in the middle there was kind of shaky. So my question to you is, who's going to be the king of the hill in the bullpen for the Braves?
Right now, I mean, I think you're kind of looking at the same bullpen as last year a little bit right there. There's still some good pieces there. And I want to ask you, if you were to pick your 9th inning guy right now, who would it be?
That's right. That's my problem is I feel like we have 3 guys who are all the same, and no one that says like, hey, I want to give that guy the ball, 9th inning, 2 outs to come. I mean, I just feel like we just don't have that guy. It's by committee type deal, and maybe that works. I mean, maybe I just feel like we don't have the lights out guy that the teams that make it, like the Dodgers. I mean, like they knew and they get to 7th, 8th, 9th inning, lights out, flip it out, done type deal. And I feel like that's just a piece of Braves. I mean, we've gathered all these pieces from different teams at trade deadlines or whatever, but I still don't feel comfortable at the end of the game. I don't feel comfortable going 9th inning going, guys, just turn this light off. We got this. Put a dub in the column. I mean, I get more nervous when we get to the 9th than we are in the 7th and 8th.
I mean, I mean, who do you count on? Do you count on Martin? I mean, he had the most saves last year for them, right, Mr. Statistic Man, 24?
He did. Yeah, he did. And I mean, he held it down pretty well, but he didn't like Coach just said. I mean, they didn't have one, go-to guy to just be like, all right, lights out, 9th inning, Craig Kimbrell in his heyday, let's go take the ball. I still think this is going to be a bike. I mean, I don't think we're going to figure this out until we get to spring training. I wish I had the answer. That's why I turned it over to you guys. I want to get a dialogue going about this because I don't know who's going to close for this team. And,
explain to people what the whip is. Here's a trivia question to the people out there. Do you know what the whip in statistics means in minor league or in Major League Baseball?
It's walks, hits, innings pitched.
Not one Braves reliever had lower than a 1.00 whip. That's tough.
Yeah, no, that's tough to do, especially when you're being tasked with, all right, you're the guy 7, 8, 9, or you are a 7th inning guy. You are our stopper, you are our closer, and that's not good. It's going to need to be rectified. I still think there's going to be a lot of moves made throughout Major League Baseball during spring training. There are a lot of free agents that are still out there right now, and it still hasn't been addressed.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. All right, you're watching the coach and the AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. We're talking baseball, pitches and catches. Favorite 4 words for this young guy. Reports, I think, next week, Wednesday or Thursday. Yep. So we're going to get going, and they're going to play a full season, or are they going to go to 154 games there, buddy?
As of right now, everything should start on time. Commissioner Manfred hasn't said anything different. It looks like everybody is going to report. Both teams are going to report to their sites in Florida and Arizona. And it appears that we're going to have a 162. But this is so in flux right now. Last time we talked, I thought it would be closer to a 154. Might be a delayed situation where we wouldn't get started until around May. But as of right now, it looks like we're going to be going in April. So I'm just going to kind of roll with this right now. I'm on the pulse of this thing, and nothing has changed as of right now. That'd be great. I'd love to see 162. I just want to make sure everybody does it healthy and they can get their proper spring training in for both sides.
Hey, so
wrap it up there, AD.
One of my things is you've seen some of the rules stay in place. They're going to keep the doubleheader 7 innings, correct?
That is correct.
Yes. So they're going to keep some of the rules. What what is the kickback? I know Carl hates this because he don't want to hear the word DH and NL at all. But like, what is the kickback from? Is it the players' union? Is it Major League Baseball? Who is fighting the DH and the NL? I mean, who does not want to kill that sacred cow right there in baseball?
You know, honestly, I mean, they're really keeping this one close to the vest. I still think it's a very big possibility. I think it will happen at some point. You know, I'm a National League guy too, but I still think it is probably going to happen.
But it's not going to happen
nobody's
this year,
really,
right?
No, as of right now, the universal DH is not a plan. Now, as far as the seventh inning, the 7-inning double headers, that's in place. However, they still have not come into a complete agreement on whether or not they're going to be able to do the universal DH. It'd be really shocking if they did do it again. But as far as doing it permanently, I still think it's a possibility in the next couple of years. I don't think it'll be this year.
You know, everybody has to tinker with the game. Everybody has to, you know, change rules, and you can go play some banana ball where bunting doesn't work in that game. But it's tough, and you know, you guys laugh, and I know Chad and Mr. Kyle Lawson know that I'm an old school baseball guy. But it wasn't for the DH, I probably wouldn't got a lot of games in my senior year in high school because I was the first DH at my high school. That was the first year they used the DH in high school is 1976.
73.
So, in Major League, it was 73.
Yeah.
I'm talking about high school baseball. It was 1976. Okay. And, I mean, I was the Ron Bloomberg of East Rockaway High School. So, you know, there's a trivia question for you. So, I mean, I don't know. It's going to happen sooner or later. All right, 10 this up. I'm going to give you about a minute, 2 minutes, and I know Chad loves this too. Tell us a little bit about the ball being kicked over there at Memorial Stadium with the Savannah Clovers.
Well, right now we have a couple of things in the works that we can't really talk about right now, but there's still a possibility that the Savannah Clovers, you know, they've been it's been 5 years. It's crazy, starting from a grassroots program to now being a semi-pro team, and we're looking to go from the 5th tier of American soccer to the 4th tier to NISA. Typically, they've been playing. The last 2 years we've been playing in the United Premier Soccer League, UPSL, but it looks like there's a chance that the Clovers will be moving to a higher division. This is still kind of in flux right now. I'm in close, you know, contact with, of course, I broadcast the games, my buddy Don Bristow, but Brian Sykes, the great, you know, chairman, you know, of the Clovers, along with Jeff Tifo, you know, are working on some pretty cool things right now. We still plan to have a spring season. We hope to have a schedule out to you very shortly right now, but it's still kind of in the works. Typically, the spring season will start in April. Games are at Memorial Stadium. They're $5. Please come on out and support some local soccer.
All right. As a tradition, we got to give this man a trivia question.
All right. What do you got for me?
All right. We lost. And Chad, I know you're going to cringe when I say this. We lost the GOAT of Major League Baseball. You know what I'm talking about, right? Hammerin' Hank Aaron. In my mind, he's the greatest of all time. And I know a lot of people say, Coach, you don't believe in the greatest of all time. Well, I'm going to say he's probably the greatest baseball player ever. 40 home runs consistently for over 20 years, 5-time All-Star. He wasn't a butcher in the outfield. He was very well respected. I love that, butcher in the outfield. So here's one for you. Who holds, since we're doing away with 42 minor league teams, who holds the minor league record for most home runs in a career?
Ooh, that is Mike Hellman.
How many did he hit?
Oh, man. It's in the 400s. I know that. I want to say it was like 440 or around that. Played most of his career with the Toledo Mud Hens, spent some time with the Braves and the Tigers. He was basically Crash Davis from Bull Durham. I mean, he really was.
He got it right, Chad. I don't know what else to do with this guy. I mean, minor league baseball, he knows the history, so I don't know. So.
Listen,
Hey, it was
a human encyclopedia.
What was that?
He's a human encyclopedia of baseball, man. What do you expect?
So
forget the computer. Just ask Kyle. I'm gonna quit Googling Siri. I'm gonna say, hey, ask Kyle, and then Kyle's gonna come on my phone and he's gonna tell me the answer. It's just what it is, man.
Oh, so
hey, Coach, you were asking about ... Yeah, exactly.
So he's the Siri of baseball trivia. Well, anyway, Kyle, we appreciate it. We'll be back in touch in a couple of weeks. We got to keep on doing this with the baseball thing. And once again, when you got that big shout out for the Savannah Clovers, let us know. We want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. It's been a big fun thing to be a part of, and I'm really looking forward to us having a really good season. But yeah, hey, I'm always here, man. I'm ready to talk some baseball. We got one more week. Let's get going. Hopefully the Braves, are going to beat these projections. I mean, I still think it's their division to win. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Come on, get out of here. You Chicago person. All right. We'll be back with more of the Coach and AD. Kyle, thanks for coming on. Once again, always a lot of fun. And I know you're saying go Cubbies, but I'm saying go Braves.
Hey, that's fine, man. But hey, anytime you want to talk some Braves, want to talk MLB, I'm ready to go. Can't wait. We got to do the show again. We got to do this.
I'm waiting on you, big guy.
I'm ready.
All right, I'll give you a call.
Let's do it. Good to talk to you guys.
You got it. I mean, how does he come up with the home run king of minor league baseball? I had to research that.
It's like asking Google and Siri. Like, he's just Google and Siri baseball. It's what it is, man. Just like I just appreciate the fact that I don't know, like what he just studies it all the time. He's just a student of the game, truly, and all the facts about it. I mean, people like Kyle are so special, man. That's what makes this show and others. When you bring guys on like Kyle who understand the game, who appreciate the game, who knows the depth of knowledge of the history of it. Listen, man, that's what makes this show so great is all these guests who just have in-depth knowledge of it. I'm excited about what announcements he has with the Clovers as well. Listen, this weather's going to break. Spring hopefully will arrive early here in Savannah, and we'll kicking off soccer there. We're talking about Major League Baseball kicking off. I do worry about them not getting through. I do think it's going to be hard to get 162 games in. Hopefully COVID. I think about the issues we had last year in 60-something games. I don't know why we feel like Major League Baseball right now still has to feel like, hey, yeah, NBA is going back to an 8-game schedule. Hey, we got to go 162. I just think with the amount of travel that goes on, they could have cut the games back a little bit and helped teams with that. But I'm also not the commissioner. I'm also the one that, listen, we know that money drives the train. And MLB Network, TV contracts, all these things, they had to make up for lost revenue last year. Hopefully fans will be back in the stands. We're seeing that. If you've watched, I've been watching Australian Open. I love tennis. I'm not good at it, but I love watching it. And, one thing is like you look at Australia and the stadium's 3/4 full. Mm-hmm. Nobody's wearing masks. And so it's interesting that hopefully we can get back to half capacity or more at events, and we can go out and start enjoying watching these games.
So, yeah, it's always a great job, and with Kyle and baseball and soccer. So we got to keep it going. All right. Once again, we don't know whenever this show's going to end, so we're going to come back. We got to thank our sponsors. It's always a lot of fun, and we got to thank the guests that came on. We'll be right back. It's the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, live from where?
Center Sports Universe, Coach's Corner.
We'll be back there next week. Don't worry about it. I figure, Chad, they have breakfast there and we're not there. Doesn't make any sense.
And we got to do a Friday morning early show.
It looks like it's going to have to be that way. We'll be right back in 3 minutes to wrap up this show.
It's all sports, all the time. That's Coach's Corner and Thunderbolt. Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for 20 years running, and it's no wonder why. Sports, live music, delicious and generous portions of pub food, all for our fans. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. It's always game time at Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick a TV, and Coach's Corner is your place. Coach's Corner is always open for lunch, dinner, and now breakfast, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10:30. But remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. John Harrison and Coach's Corner crew has smoked Boston butts, ribs, and chicken on the grill. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's 912-352-2933. As always, make it a night to remember at Coach's Corner.
At Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calvary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299. Some real New York deli and Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road in Savannah, Georgia during this social distancing problem. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering will take calls for pickup at 912-354-2914. That's 912-354-2914 on the phone. Kabish? If you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered, go to savtakeout.com, savtakeout.com to place the order. Remember, Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering, we ain't New York style, we are
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And I know Rejoin us said February 6th. It's February 13th. It's the Coach and AD on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. There's always something I forget to do. But once again, we appreciate you. Karl DeMasi, Chad Griffin, whatever it may be, 5, 10, 15 minutes, 2 segments, whatever it may be. Remember, we're always going Facebook Live on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, on the Coach's Corner Facebook page, Twitter at KD Sports. And if you miss a show and you want to see something like your favorite Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week, just go to YouTube, go to the Coach and AD, like the channel so you can come back and watch some more of the stuff. So we appreciate it, especially Chad. We appreciate our guests. So you want to give them a big shout out before we go into wrapping up the news that we never get to when we have the big guys highlights. Once again, thank you to WJCL, Frank Skolkowski, Amy Zimmer for giving us last night's Region 1A private semifinals games.
Yeah, so, I mean, once again, just a great lineup we had. We thank WJCL and all of them for giving us the highlights all through football, now through basketball season. Kyle Lawson, just great guest there. As always, human encyclopedia of baseball. What a great Wetherington Chiropractic. You know his family there, Karl. So, I mean, I'll let you talk about him a little bit because you just know him a little bit more than I do.
Yeah, you got to thank Pat All, Parker All, Rachel All, Patrick All, the brother. Pat All's the father. I mean, they do a great job. All Electrical company. They believe in what I'm doing, and it's been a great relationship since the first day I got to coach Patrick. And that All family is huge here in Savannah, Georgia. So you got to love it. They're of course related to the Walsh family, which is a big family from Benedictine, and they do a great job. And Parker All is a quiet giant. I mean, the kid is not very vocal. The kid is not rah-rah. But when he gets on the basketball court, the kid can play. Region 3, 1A private player of the year. And they have some good players in that region, okay? So don't get it wrong.
Oh, yeah.
So it was just a great job. And, of course, I got to thank Stephen Elmo Weeks. I mean, he's helped me put the Prep Sports Report back together. And he coaches in SPAL. He does a lot with the youth golf here in Savannah, Georgia. Yes, I know his son is a very good young golfer, but you know what? I found out that these young golfers also can play some hoops too. So got to thank him. It's a lot of fun. And, that's our goal, Chad. It's having fun all the time, all sports. I don't know much about music, but once again, John Henderson believes in what we're doing, and we got to thank him, because if without him, we wouldn't be doing this every Saturday morning since March 28th. We have not missed a weekend. You know that, buddy?
Hey, man, we're rocking and rolling. Doesn't matter where we're at, what we're doing. We find time to make it happen, and so it's been a lot of fun, man. I love it. I appreciate Stephen Weeks giving us some really some kudos. And listen, man, Carl, it goes to you. You are the guy that you drive this ship, and I just get to be along for the ride and be beside you, and we're enjoying it. Tell the people, hey, we got bowling coming up. I'm sure we got some music in the sound garden. So tell people what we got coming up in the next couple of weeks.
All right, Coach's Corner. Of course, we got to tell you what's going on every Monday through Friday, 6 to 10:30. You got breakfast. That's right. John Henderson has the crew from Larry's Old Breakfast Shop restaurant. He brought him over. He's going to hopefully, we're hoping, so instead of the other show, Rubbin' and Grubbin', it'll be called the Coach and AD Grubbin', okay? They'll have breakfast there on the weekends, and got to check it out. Over in the Sound Garden, we had Voodoo Soup last night, or is it tonight? Oh, let me find my notes. All right, so Rubbin' and Grubbin', okay, that was last week with Purple Rain. I'm disorganized, but once again, there's always great things going on in the Sound Garden. Go to the coachescorner.net website and find out what events there. So you got to thank that. But we're going to go bowling. All right. Remember, there's 4 shows: Rubbin' and Grubbin', Coach and AD, Hot Grits Podcast, and the 19th hole. We're going to go bowling for charity. February 28th, 1 o'clock, Tibet Lanes. For whoever, and I'm not going to shout anything off today. I'm going to be very nice. Whoever is the best bowling team out of this Coach's Corner Sports Network will take a challenge. But it's for a charity called Help One of Our Own. So every pin that one of those teams knocks down, you could sponsor. 10 cents, 25 cents, 50 cents, $1. It's all going to charity, and that's what we're doing. So you want to support the Coach and AD? Let me know. I'll tell you how you can get your money to that charity. Help One of Our Own. It's been around for a long time. They helped out Coach's Corner this year with one of their own that worked at Coach's Corner, Becky Spears, who had a stroke at the young age of 33. I mean, I think they raised what, $30,000? Or I mean, it was unbelievable.
Over that, I think probably close to 40 as well. So it's been, listen, the people at Coach's Corner, and we got to give a shout out to John Henderson once again, and the culture of philanthropy that they have given and what they do. I mean, he's involved in everything. I was talking to Michael Carter last week, when he was coming off the Rubbin' and Grubbin' show. He talked about the importance of John Henderson, what he's meant to helping his race team. And so it's just, I mean, it's awesome, man. They're just a philanthropic, great people, and they have a great place, a community place that people want to come to. They come and watch. They enjoy themselves. They can see music. They can watch every game. It's just one of those places that's special to be at Coach's Corner.
All right. I lost my notes, but you got to love our chat room. Coach's Corner is following us tonight in the Sound Garden. Hunter Price Band, okay? Go to Eventbrite. The Hunter Price Band is going to be out there in the Sound Garden. Got to love it. Thanks, Coach's Corner, for helping us out since we're not there this morning. Of course, Lawrence Bennett probably shout that out to us. So, once again, there's a band in the Coach's Corner Sound Garden every weekend. Like I said, go to coachescorner.net, and people love it. I mean, last week, Purple Rain, okay? And they had Petty Hearts, okay? Tom Petty Tribute Band. I mean, and if you haven't gone out there, I can't wait till they bring Tribute back, which is the cover band for Journey. So, once again, go check it out. All right, we got to get out of here. Chad's got to do things. I got to do things. I got to send out a big kudos to Savannah State women's basketball. Over a year since Tiger basketball took to the court. They got to play the other night against Benedict on February 11th. They lost, but you know what? Basketball is coming back to Tiger Arena. Don't forget, Savannah State is also going to be playing a football game. It's a challenge against West Alabama in the Gulf Coast Challenge on March 13th. Go get a ticket. Go out to Alabama Mobile, Alabama.
Alabama.
And help support the Tigers. Don't forget the Savannah Bananas. Their next week is their premier tryout team. People are going to come all over the place. Josh Reddick, South Effingham star, Major League Baseball player star, has been donating rooms so people can come in and try out for the Savannah Bananas premier team. They'll play against the Bananas. They're not going to play in the Coastal Plain League. That'll be our college kids. So that'll be next Saturday, February 20th. Baseball starts this week. Pro golf. Savannah's own Brian Harmon is at the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. High school-wise, we're going to have region playoffs all over the place. Region 3, 1A private will end tonight. We'll have champions of that region. So it's all going on. And the last thing I got to say, right here, buddy, right here, okay, the only two people that picked that to take the Tampa Bay Bucks last week, Javante Middleton, the kid. Oh, they'll be opening up at Mercer University on February 27th. Javante Middleton and the Citadel Bulldogs will play an 8-game spring schedule. They'll open up at Mercer against the Bears in Macon, February 27th, 3:30 kickoff. But Javante was closer than me. Javante had it 27-21 Tampa Bay. I had it Tampa Bay 35-31 coming down the field and winning on a last-minute touchdown. But Chad, Tim, John, Cam Turner, they all had Kansas City winning. So, you know what, guys? And what
we also did say they were going to have like 4 offensive linemen out, but I don't think it really would matter. Listen, I'm not making excuses. I don't think it would have mattered. Tampa Bay's defense was as good, and that game plan for defense was absolutely phenomenal. They said, listen, you're not going to get deep. You're going to have to keep everything underneath you. And they did a great job. They played 2 cover high the whole time and said, hey, you're not going to throw the ball down the field on us. And honestly, Tampa, Kansas City didn't run the ball much. It was almost flipped of their Week 12 game, all right, or whatever week they played, where like Tampa threw the ball a zillion times and never ran it. It's almost that way for Kansas City. It's like they didn't want to go run the ball, and they were always behind the sticks. And so great job with Tampa Bay defense there. Coach Bowles used to be the Jets coach.
Hold it, coach. Hold it, AD. You didn't listen to the old ball coach. I told everybody when I was talking to Javante, Kansas City will be missing their 2 offensive tackles. One because of injury, and the other one because he's a doctor and he's given back to the community. So he took this year off from playing football. So I told everybody, I did my research. That's all I got to say. Okay, we'll go from there. All right, it's your turn. Do you have 3 for me, or do I have 3 for you?
I cannot honestly remember, but I'll give you 3. Let's go. I'll give you 3 right now.
All right, 3 steps out the door. Let's get out of here.
All right, quickly. All right, if you had to be a Major League Baseball player in this era right now, coming up for the 2021 season, who would you be?
If I had to be the manager?
No, if you had to be the baseball player, if you had to be a baseball player starting opening day, who would you be?
Who would I be? Who would I be? I this is a tough one. You got me stumped here, buddy. You got me stumped here. I mean, I guess I would like to play for the Braves because I live here in the South now. I'd like to be Freddie Freeman.
That's a great answer.
Just missed the consistency, does his job, not very vocal. He does his speaking with his bat and with his glove. I played first base in high school and third base. So I'd like to be Freddie Freeman just to get the atmosphere, to see what it's like to be like that in Atlanta and be the star player now that I've been down here for 25 years. So
all right, second question. If you got to pick a team this year to manage, to be the manager, who would it be? Who would you want to go out and be? I want to manage this team in 2021.
I would, and I know you're gonna laugh at this. I'd like to go be the manager of the Miami Marlins to work with Derek Jeter.
That's awesome. Great answer.
But Great answer. I don't want to take the manager's job away, because Don Mattingly is one of my favorite too. So maybe I would be Don Mattingly's bench coach. I'd do that too.
That's a great job. Bench coach is a great job, is it not? I mean,
oh yeah,
that's a great job. All right, last one here. All right, if you could go back in time and pick any era to manage baseball in, if you could go back in time and pick era to manage baseball, what era would you want that to be?
Well, I wouldn't be excited about the dead ball area because I love home runs. Okay, but I am.
They're going to dead the ball this year. They're going to dead the ball out this year.
I mean, I am a big
how much
fan.
that really means. I
am a big fan of Billy Martin and small ball, even though the Bananas say small ball stinks. Sorry, Jesse and Jared and the Bananas, but small ball doesn't stink. People need to learn how to go the other way and hit the ball also. Also, use the bunt when they put that shift on. I'd have to go back to when I grew up, I'd have to go back to, if I had to pick a decade or an era, I'd have to go back to the 60s and 70s because that's what I grew up with. And, watching all those great players. And, I know you're going to cringe. I watched Mickey Mantle play and I watched his retirement.
Listen,
I mean,
that's the answer I would have had. If you had asked me that question, I want to go back to that era and manage and be around baseball when, you could call it pure or whatever. That would be the time I would want to go back and manage in or be around the game in and just understand when people say purest of baseball, what that means and what that looks like.
I mean, and, I was devastated. I would love to sit down and talk to Thurman Munson before he passed away. I mean, there's so much during the 60s and 70s that I loved about baseball. And, of course, growing up, I was a Met fan because the 60s, the Mets, started coming around. But in the 70s, I switched over to the dark side. Don Mattingly, Joe Torre, and sitting down with, all those Yankees, the Yankee greats, Don Mattingly. And, I'd go back to the 60s and 70s when I grew up. And I know that I'm an old guy back in the day. All right, let's get out of here. Once again, you've been watching the Coach and AD right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. We have 4 shows. Wednesday night, Rubbin' and Grubbin', 6 o'clock. Wednesday night live, the Coach and AD. We come back Saturday morning live. And then, of course, our podcast show, our Hot Grits podcast with Spencer Judon and, of course, Spencer Judon. They're going to kill me because I said Spencer Judon, okay? Sorry, Travis Judon and Spencer Maddox. So we got Travis Maddox and we got Spencer Judon, okay? But anyway, until we talk to you on Wednesday night or whatever you're doing this today or tomorrow, always hit it at the park. And until next week, may it always be your best week ever. You take it away. Tell them what they got to do there, Mr. AD. Wear your mask, hand sanitize, wash your hands, get the vaccine when you can, and we'll see you soon. See you Wednesday night. Hey, I got my first shot. My second shot's in March. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. God bless. We'll talk to you later. Once again, you got to love it. Thanks, John Henderson. See ya.